Hi, we have some good news, something that the center has been working on for quite some time. The Trump administration announced today that it would no longer permit states like Minnesota to divert Medicaid funds to government unions. You may recall that in 2014, personal care attendants under a special program for the disabled were unionized by the SEIU. And ever since then, dues have been taken out of personal care attendants' paychecks to fund the agenda of the SEIU, but also the SEIU has been representing personal care attendants like Catherine Hunter, who's standing here with me, at the legislature. And so we've been working on that massive decertification effort for those of you who've been following that, but also this rule change, because it was always a violation of law to divert money from Medicaid payments to government unions like the SEIU. So Catherine's here today with me at the Capitol to celebrate this big victory, and tell us a little bit about how you view the rule change, but what's yet to be done.
Yes,
Catherine Hunter.
Thank you. The rule change has, I guess, the biggest part for me is that it's a step in the right direction. It doesn't decertify the SEIU in Minnesota. I am still represented by the SEIU, but at least this will keep them from taking money from the program and using it for their own purposes.
Well, they still can, but what I forgot to say is the SEIU has to go out
right.
to PCAs who frankly don't make a lot of money and say, will you write me a check? And they charge 3% of gross wages, up to $948 a year for their representation. And so we don't think they're going to be, do you think they're going to be very successful? Will PCAs cut them a check for 3% of gross wages?
I am sure there are a few, but I don't
Good luck
think,
with that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be hard to track because it's 3%, and PCAs, the nature of the job is that it's flexible. So you don't make the same amount of money every paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck, that 3% is going to change. So I think it's going to be very complicated. And it feels good. It feels good that this was changed. I think it also will. It will reduce the burden of PCA agencies that cut the checks for us. Now they aren't going to have to administer this piece of it anymore, and they have had that burden for a lot of the so-called union wins all along without any compensation for that.
So the upshot today is that the Trump administration said that unions will have to collect their own dues for Medicaid programs. It's a very narrow slice of the unions out there. It's a very special, we call it a fake union, and the union will have to then go, try to get the checks from PCA. So that's our news today.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.